Hello and welcome back. This is Joy Keller with the Marketing Automation Show. So I got a lot of feedback from you guys from last week's episode, and really thank you for everyone who was reaching out. And multiple viewers mentioned that the integrations are really cool and everything, but since Mautic lacks documentation, it would be very well appreciated if I would start with something more basic. So I totally get that. I also would like to mention that the internet is full with great tutorials, and more are added every day. So to make your life a little bit easier, I collected a bunch of videos on my website that you can check out. There's a new menu here on the top. And these videos are organized by difficulty and version and different topics. And I'm aware of that. This is not the most sophisticated way to display and organize data, but it can be pretty handy if you are just starting out with Mautic. So I always have a link to the original creator as well, so you can start following them if you like what they're doing. Right now there are more than 70 videos you can start with, organized into different topics, and I'm adding more and more every week. If you want to be notified about the progress, just sign up for my newsletter, and I hope you find what you're looking for. But hey, I totally listen to you. And in today's part, we're going to do some super basic thing. We're going to build a double opt-in the way I like to build it. And we're going to make a double opt-out as well. You know, this is that feature when somebody clicks and then they can choose why they're leaving the subscription. So they can leave a little bit feedback behind. It's a double opt-in with a questionnaire. So let's start to build our double opt-in first. And let's make a plan how we would like to do it. So let's review our plan. Let's say we have a form on our website and people filling it out. We would like to somehow check the validity of these emails. So we would like to send them an email, make them click a link, and turn them into double opt-in customers. So this is exactly what we're going to build. Once someone fills out the form, we're going to send out an email. The person opens an email and hopefully clicks on the link. So we register all that, and then change their custom field, which we will call double opt-in. We will change it to true. And from that moment on, we know this is a double opt-in customer and we can communicate with them accordingly. Okay, let's build it. So these are our ingredients. We're gonna need a form where we capture all the leads. Then we're gonna need a confirmation email, and we need a confirmation page. So let's start with the confirmation email. We're going to create a new email, and I will choose new template email because it's a template, so we're going to use it in a campaign later. That's why it's a template email. I'm going to call it confirmation. Actually, the subject should be please confirm your subscription, and I will call it conf email English. You can use categories if you want. You don't have to. It's really up to you. I'm not going to use here any languages. English, published, yes. And you can also choose UTM source. Regarding the templates, we have our own. So I'm going to use this friendly confirmation template. Looks like this. So here you can change your name. This can be your company name if you want. Okay. Freaking good company. And you can change your email address as well if you want. But this is very important. This is going to be the link where we place our newsletter confirmation page. So basically, this link here should go to a thank you for subscribing page. I'm going to edit this later because we don't know yet. That page is not ready yet. So I'm going to have to create that first. So let's head back and create it first. Actually, I'm going to save this and go back to the landing pages as our second ingredient. Going to create a landing page. Just going to go with the blank one on this one. I'm going to call it confirmation English page, confirmation page. Like this. Hopefully this is not taken yet. Not preference center, and yes, it should be published. So This is going to be a very short one saying that thank you for registering. Okay. And I'll send you amazing content. Okay. That's it. So we have this page now. And this is our link here. So it's going to be confirmation AN. You can use the whole link, or you can just go to Mautic org and look for landing page tokens. That's also possible. So you can go here to variables and look for the tokens, landing page tokens, this one here. So this is your landing page token. So I'm gonna go back. This is page number 10. You don't see it, but I know it. So actually you can see it here. ID 10. So this is our page confirmation. And if I go back to the emails now, let's go this one, and I can add this to my link. So I can call this page link 10. Okay. You can even open it in a new tab if you want. Okay, so this is done. And now all we need is our form. So let's create a new form here. I'm gonna call it, and it should be a new campaign form because we're gonna start the campaign right away. So I'm gonna call this double opt-in form. And we should have an email in this one, obviously. Email. You can make it also required. You can say that this is required. Okay. I'm gonna also capture the first name, which is a text field, just to be on the safe side. First name, which we will connect with the first name, like this. And validation is not required. Let's save it. And we're gonna say here, just display a message, something like thank you. You're gonna have to do the confirmation. So this is done. So now we have a form, we have a landing page, and we have the confirmation page. All we need now is we need to create that campaign which ties everything together. But before that, I would like to do one more thing. So in order to make sure that we understand that someone is double opt-in, we will create a custom field which should say, okay, this one is verification status. I think I don't have this yet, so it's a good thing to do. We're gonna call this double opt-in. Double opt-in should be a boolean, and it can be yes and no. So let's save it. And I will do one more thing. We're gonna also ask GDPR Accepted, and this should be also boolean. And it's because in this tutorial I also want to show you how to deal with how to save the GDPR question. And in order to manage that, we're gonna create one more form, and I will just clone my double opt-in form, and I will make an addition here. I will call this GDPR. I will make one addition, and that's gonna be another field here which will be radio. It can be as also, I think, checkbox. It doesn't really matter, and I will call it GDPR Accepted, and we will connect it with this GDPR form which we just made. Should be required. You need to accept to be able to contact it, and by the properties, if we choose this, then we're gonna have yes and no, and we don't want people to choose no, so it should be just yes, and the value should be also just yes. Okay, so this is how it looks like. GDPR accepted, yes. You can add more text here if you want. You can say that GDPR accepted, like you can say that, do you accept that blah 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 terms and conditions which are here. You can, you are okay with that, and then we can send you email. So you can write here the long text as well. It doesn't matter. Now we have the two forms. Okay. So now we have our forms. We have our custom fields, what we're going to work with. The only thing for us is left to build a campaign. And now let's create the campaign. I'm gonna call it double opt-in. Oh my god, I'm making so many of these campaigns. Double opt-in. English, great. So let's do that. And let's build a campaign. So this campaign will start by the forms. And these forms will be our double opt-in form and our double opt-in GDPR as well. So we're just gonna make one campaign for both. And later you will see what I mean by that. So we're gonna start with sending out the confirmation email, which is a send email. Yeah, I love when this happens. Okay, so it's going to be a confirmation email. We have confirmation in English. We're going to send this out immediately. Okay, wait, let me take this off. Okay, so once we sent out the email, we're going to set do not contact. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure that I'm not sending out any communication to this person until he doesn't confirm the email. At the same time, we're gonna check if this person has opened this email and clicked on it. Now, there's two different ways to do this. I'm sure you've seen on the net a bunch of videos when people are checking if this person has come back to the same website. I don't do that. I check usually for clicks. And the reason is because sometimes those website visits for some reason are not registered, they're not connected to this person. And I wanna make sure that we are tracking this person properly. Normally you shouldn't have a problem with it, but I like to go with clicks anyway. So we're going to choose clicks and email, and we're going to look for the confirmation. Yeah, and that was the URL in the previous landing page step. So we check if the person clicked here. If he doesn't click here for 30 days, we're just going to delete that contact. So that's going to be done. Okay, if he clicks, what we can right away do, we can already add the do not contact. Remove the do not contact. Like this. And make sure that you're choosing the email channel. So we have that. And we're also going to set our own custom field that this person has accepted terms and conditions. Again, this is not needed in certain places in the Word. I like to have it extra. I just like to have that extra field there because I want to know when this actually happened. So it's going to be change contacts values, modify, nope. Update contact, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna do GDPR accepted, yes. Nope, that's not the one. Double opt-in accepted, yes. Okay, let's save it. So I mentioned the GDPR thing as well. I definitely want to address that as well, and you can check it. So you can check if someone has submitted the form. So I can say if this guy is coming from the GDPR form, then I would like to do one more thing. And then here I can change his what was that? Contact. That was update contact, yeah. Okay, so I want to make sure that this one is then also added like this. Okay, so let's review what's happening here. Somebody signs up with either of these forms. We send out the confirmation email, add the do not contact, and check if they click the email. They have 30 days to do that. If they do, we remove the do not contact, update the contact to make sure that they are the double opt-in is set, and if they submitted the form, then we would also update it here. So that's our plan, and I think we are done with this. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. I hope that you found this useful. And I would like to ask you to subscribe if you like what I'm doing and you would like to support me with that. And let's move to the second part. We're going to do an opt-out. So what is an opt-out? What is a double opt-out? Actually, that's what it's officially called. So the double opt-out is this type of questionnaire. When you click on unsubscribe, then something like this shows up. The contact can fill this out and then enter a double opt-out campaign, and they would eventually unsubscribe. And you would also get valuable information about why they are unsubscribing. So let's try to make something like this. I think it's missing from Mautic. You can do it yourself. It is included in a bunch of other tools like MailChimp and others. And we're just gonna copy what they do. So let's make a plan how we would like to do it. Okay, so let's review what is our plan. So normally when we are sending out an email, a person opens it and they see there an unsubscribe link at the bottom usually. This is generated normally by the Mautic token. When someone clicks on it, a text pops up that we are sorry to see you go, and you can subscribe again if you want. This is the default setting if you're not using the preference center, which is not the scope of this video right now. So let's say this is our default way of dealing with unsubscribe in emails. All we know after someone unsubscribed is we see this list of people and we see a little icon next to them, so we know that they unsubscribe. But that's not really enough. Maybe sometimes we would like to know why they unsubscribed. So we would like to have a questionnaire at the end of this thing and see when they unsubscribing, what is really the reason for that. So we can actually, instead of the unsubscribe button, we can actually tell them to go to a form. So instead of the unsubscribe, we change that link into a form. Now, a little bit of caution here. You lose the chance to properly understand unsubscribe per email. But sometimes that's even worse to do, because in the overall, you will understand why your customers are unsubscribing. So this form would be something like this. This is something like an industry standard. You can make it different if you want. I will show it in this video how it's done, and you can have your own reasons for unsubscribe. So when someone submits this form, then they go into a campaign, and the campaign simply disables their email channel. So this is what we're going to do today, and let's build it. Okay, so let's create our form first. So I'm going to call this double opt-out. Double opt-out with questionnaire. Okay. Double opt-out with Q. This is going to be just a simple form, so we will only ask here for the email just to keep things simple. So add the email field. Call it email, and it is required, and email address is required. Okay, it's already mapped to the email. Cool. Okay, let's do the next one, and that's going to be a radio box. So we will allow them to do only one choice, and we will just call this like if you have a moment, please let us know why you unsubscribed. Okay. And we're not going to map this to anything, because we're just going to simply send a message to the user. So certainly we could save it somewhere, but we're just gonna send a message in this tutorial to the user. It's simple. I'm not gonna set it as required, but I will set a option list. So one would be like, I no longer want to receive communication, and we will do the same thing twice, because we want to save this info, like we want to communicate this info here. Okay, I never, I think it's correctly this, I never signed up for this list. Okay, Okay, I will fill out the rest. Okay, I filled it out. This is just gonna be other, and we add it. And I'm gonna add also this other field, other reasons, what is also optional. That will be a text area. I will call it other reasons, and I will not save it either. Okay, so we have this, really cool. Now we have to define an action, and our idea is in this one so we're gonna do form results, send form results, and it's already done here for us, so we don't have to worry about it. Send form results. I'm gonna call this someone unsubscribed, and it should go to ourselves. So I'm just gonna save this, send this to myself, that I know that someone unsubscribed. I can also send it to the owner, will not reply to the contact, and yes, I'm gonna send immediately. That's the best. Okay, let's add it. So this is done. Now the only thing we have to do is now we have to make sure that anyone who fills out this form enters a campaign, and the campaign will unsubscribe them. Let us create a landing page. So I came here to landing pages, and I will just call it double opt-out survey. So I created a simple text, please confirm that you want to unsubscribe, we're sorry to see you go, and I added that form, that specific form which we just built. So I'm going to save it, and let's see the public page, how it would look like. So this is exactly what we wanted to display. So someone fills this out, they will automatically land in our campaign, which I'm going to make now in the next step, and be unsubscribed, and we will have some information about the reasons why they unsubscribe. So this is why this thing is cool. Okay, so let's go back to our email and tie this page in, just that we know which page we're talking about is page number 5 actually. So I have it here, this is page number 5. So let's go to our emails, and let's make a new confirmation email. It will be just let's say a segment email. This is actually not a confirmation email. It's a newsletter that we send out, and we will change the unsubscribe URL in it. So instead of that URL text, we will go for a page. We will go for page number 5, like this. Okay. So this is how our unsubscribe will look like. Okay, looks good. So if someone clicks here on this page, on the link here, then they will automatically be redirected to our landing page 5, which incorporated the new form. And if they subscribe, our campaign will trigger, and it will automatically unsubscribe the person. So our circle is full, and this is how you do a unsubscribe with a questionnaire. The campaign is pretty simple. All you need to do is you create a new campaign. Let's call it double opt-out with question, and we're gonna start it with a form, and we have already our double opt-out form ready. Double opt-out with feedback, this one, and it has only one step. We're sending a do not contact, and this do not contact will be the email channel immediately, of course. We can even write here that opted out in email, and then we know that this person has opted out in an email and not a bounce or something else, and that's it. I hope you liked today's show. If you have any topics in mind that you think I should tackle, please let me know. You can write me in my contact form on my website, joeykeller.com. You can find me on Slack, in the Mautic channel, or in the Mautic forums under @joeyk. You can drop me an email by hello@joeykeller.com. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Until then, keep automating.